Okay, so in video number 3, part 3 of this little mini series regarding the Thrivecta Method and how that's going to help you build that thriving coaching business that reach that 10K month, but at the same time also gives you that personal freedom, the lifestyle that you want, and the future that you're trying to create for yourself and for your family. In the previous video, in principle number 2, I hope you did the work. I hope you went to the group, the Facebook group, the Strive for 10K group, and you did the homework and you completed the task. If not, go back and do it now, because at the end of the day, that's what is required of you if you're going to get to the marks that you want to. You can't expect your clients to do the work if you're not willing to do the work yourself. Okay, so in the previous video, it was all about your client pretty much having options. They're like the coaching market is flooded, and at the end of the day, that means that your client or potential clients have so many choices. They even have choices now of free apps that they can use, and suddenly they're starting to consider if it's really worth it paying for you as a coach. And at the same time, they can get quite bored if you keep on doing the same things over and over. So you constantly have to create and change things up to keep it interesting and to keep it fun for them. And so the whole idea behind that specific principle was that we have to stop becoming three-dimensional as coaches. We can't just be singular focused. Like, you have to be able to offer mindset, body, lifestyle coaching, goal achieving, everything in one system, because that will make you rise to the top. That will make you unique, and ultimately that will actually not let your clients start looking around for new things because they're bored. And they feel that they need to go to a therapist, they need to go to a mindset coach, they need to go to a nutritionist, because you get to offer everything in one package. Because that's pretty much the areas that people struggle with. They struggle mentally, they struggle emotionally, they struggle physically, and they struggle financially. Now, you won't be able to necessarily help them financially, but you can help them in the 3 other areas. And then they can get a job if they want to help, or they want to get the financial part sorted out, or they can start a business, whatever works for them. So with this one, principle number 3, it actually states the next thing, and that's what we're going to get into for this one, is the profit you acquire will provide the freedom you desire. The profit you acquire will provide the freedom you desire. Now, there's a massive difference between exchanging your time for money and building a sustainable business. Massive difference. Like, it's one thing to just say, listen, yeah, I'm a coach, I'm going to offer you a coach, and we're going to jump on a call once a week for an hour, and you're going to give me money. That's just exchanging your time for money. That's not a business. And like, for a long time, I fell into this idea of chasing freedom. I mean, who doesn't want more freedom? It sounds awesome. The whole idea of the laptop lifestyle, sitting on the beach, sipping cocktails. It's an awesome idea. I mean, I've traveled a lot, and I've chased that big time. The problem is that the freedom doesn't come first. The financial stability, that company, that thriving business, that at least 10K, like, that needs to come first, because that's going to give you the opportunity to have the freedom. Unfortunately, we all kind of want to have that cake in the beginning and not just bake it first. We just want it. But we have to bake the cake first. We have to find the ingredients. We have to throw it all together. We have to bake it. Now, don't ask me to bake a cake, because that's not something I'm going to do. I'm a horrible cook. I'm a horrible baker. In the kitchen is not my place. Okay? But you still have to be able to bake a cake before you can eat it. And so you can't really chase freedom. And here's a big problem I'm seeing at the moment, especially for us as coaches. Like, when we do certifications or we do programs, most of the time we learn a skill. We learn how to coach someone. We learn how to show someone how to maybe lose weight. We learn how to show someone how to get their mindset sorted, or how to get their life sorted, and we follow specific protocols and this and that. But most of the time, we are not taught how to build a business. And so what's currently happening is we're right in the middle of COVID-19 as I'm recording this specific series, and I keep on seeing everyone shifting now to online training being the thing. Like, the reason the fitness industry took such a massive hit was because everything was wrong, and it was because everything was in person. And if you're an online trainer, then you'll have so much freedom. And the idea behind it is amazing. I know, I chased it for over a decade. The idea is amazing. I mean, I had a thriving gym with over 250 clients. And yet I was constantly chasing this idea of having an online business because it sounded cool. The thing is, online training is not a business model. It's a delivery method. That's all it is. You are taking, if you have a business and you have clients, you're just not serving them in person, you're serving them online. But at the end of the day, the number one word in that whole sentence and that structure is business. You have to learn how to build a business. If you don't have the skill sets, you have the strategies and the tools to build a sustainable business, then you can do it online, you can do it offline, you can do it in person, you can do it wherever you want. You could do it at your local community center, you could do it in your house. It doesn't make a difference, because at the end of the day, you have to build a business. You have to learn the structures around building a business. So my question to you to consider in this specific principle is this. Would you say you currently have a business, or are you just exchanging your time for money? Would you say you currently have a business, or are you just exchanging your time for money? And then what is your definition of a solid and sustainable business? What is your definition? Think about it. There's no right or wrong answer. Just think about it, what it means to you. Because if you want that freedom, you need to be able to have profits. You need to be able to have money put away like for a rainy day. Like if you built a real business and you had a coaching business before COVID-19 hit, you were supposed to have profits and savings from 6 to 12 months, and you would have been able to ride it out. Yes, you would have taken a hit and you probably would have lost clients, yes, but you would have had savings and money in place to ride it through. And that's the difference between building a business and purely exchanging your time for money. So take those two questions, consider them, write your answers down, go to the group, the Thrive for 10K group. Look over below this video, you'll see the button that actually takes you to that specific post in that thread. Comment below that video or that specific post and just give me your comments. I would love to see where you're at and what your definition is of a solid business. Because remember, once again, here at what do we do here at Fit Pro Dojo? It's a little bit different. We're all about the culture of creating and the culture of commitment towards results. So I want you to remember this, that consumption, I'm going to say it again, consumption doesn't bring the cash. Creation does. And that only happens when you do the required work. One more time, consumption doesn't bring the cash, creation does. And that only happens when you do the required work. So with that said, we finished with principle number 3, and guess what? We're going to the last video in this specific series.